Hello, friends. My name is Ryan Phipps. I serve as senior minister at Church in Bethesda, Maryland, just a few miles from the Supreme Court building, where some big decisions were made this week. And that's why I'm making this statement today, to share with you my fears about what this might possibly mean for our country in the future. My role as a church leader is a strange one, and it is incumbent on me from time to time to speak on the big issues that are facing our world today. I am a teacher, I am a mentor, I am a counselor, I am a cheerleader, and yes, from time to time, I am even an antagonist. And it's my hope this morning that as I give this brief statement, that I will do all of those things effectively. I wanted to begin by apologizing to those who are afraid this week, especially to women. I and many others in my line of work have clearly not labored as discerningly and diligently as we should have on this issue. Many of us have spoken up about it, but only out of anger and an arrogant unwillingness to foster dialogue with those of a different opinion. And in doing so, we have lost credibility with those who disagree with us. Others of us have chosen to be wholly pacifistic on this issue, not wanting to offend anyone, fearing the loss of membership in our churches, and also that resulting in a greater financial insecurity for those of us in this line of work. Many of you listening to this morning that are part of religious communities, look to your religious leaders for guidance and for care and for courage. And on this issue, we have failed you. And I am sorry. This week has been a wake-up call for me too. And I deeply regret that I haven't worked harder on this issue in the past. To those who are celebrating the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, I ask you to consider the long-term results of your celebration. Really, the debate about abortion has very little to do with the things that we see being debated. Rather, the debate, actually at its core, is a debate about bodily autonomy. Can you imagine a world where all forms of contraception are unlawful? Can you imagine a world where it is forbidden by law to eat foods and to participate in activities that pose a risk to things like libido or sterility or procreation? That is where this ultimately leads. When a government begins to dictate what a person can or can't do with their body, that is totalitarianism. We are not fully there yet, of course, but the tiny crack in the dam that you're celebrating today will, in time, turn into a more significant leak. And then, all of a sudden, you will find yourself confused, thrashing in high water, saying, "How did we get here? How did this happen?" I disagree with your celebration this morning, but I also love you very much. And I believe and I support in your own right to choose, even if you choose things that I disagree with fundamentally. You are pro-choice in so many areas of your life, and yet in celebrating this specific ruling, you are decreasing the probability of your current freedoms extending into the future. I beg of you this morning, please think from the end on this one. Ask yourself how this unfolds and evolves in the next 50 or 100 years. You, in celebrating this, are giving the government even more power to decide how to be and who to be. You are not making the government smaller. You are not making the government weaker. You are making it larger and more powerful. In closing, I want to ask us to all ponder a passage from Scripture. Joshua says in the book of Joshua in the 24th chapter and the 15th verse, "Choose this day whom you will serve, rather the gods of your ancestors served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." The God of our world is a God that champions the freedom to choose. This God supports that so much that this God even gives us the freedom to choose other gods or no gods at all. That is a lot of freedom. Beloved, our God is pro-choice. Do our beliefs result in the freedom to choose for everyone, or only those who believe what you do? If it is the latter, on a long enough timeline, that's not freedom for you either.